It's happening. The story we've all been waiting for. Meghan Markle, the woman who once promised to reinvent herself, is packing up and abandoning the dream. Montecito, the place she sold to the world as her sanctuary. Yeah, that's now the symbol of failure. The perfect escape plan. It's falling apart faster than we can say royal mess. For years, Meghan sold the California dream. The serene, spiritual life, with rescue chickens and healing sound baths, all set in that multi-million-dollar Montecito mansion. To the public, it was a retreat, a picture-perfect place of transformation. But here's the kicker: sources are now saying that Meghan is quietly looking to flee. The California dream. It's over, and she's making it clear that she's done with it. The grand escape isn't what it seemed to be. No more wellness retreats, no more brunching with Santa Barbara's elite. Now, it's just the cold, silent rejection of a community that's over it. The cracks in the dream started with whispers. Neighbors were tired of the circus. The quiet, exclusive lifestyle they paid millions for? It didn't mix with the paparazzi, Netflix cameras, and endless PR stunts. Soon, the whispers turned into full-blown truth. Invitations to charity events, the ones Meghan once thrived on, dried up. Those brunches she once boasted about, now they're nothing more than ghosted invitations. The people Meghan once considered her crowd, they've made it loud and clear she's no longer welcome. And it's not just a social snub, it's strategic retreat. Meghan's no longer planning to settle into Montecito. She's scouting other locations, places where the prying eyes of Hollywood don't follow. Texas, Colorado, maybe even Europe. The buzz is clear: anywhere far away from the prying eyes of the neighbors who are tired of living next door to a spectacle. The rejection stings because Montecito wasn't just a home. It was a brand. Meghan's brand. It was supposed to be a fresh start, a reinvention. Now, it's the tombstone of a dream gone wrong, but the story doesn't stop there. Behind the gates of Montecito is Netflix, the streaming giant that had invested $100 million in the Sussex's royal experiment. And that experiment, well, let's just say it's been a disaster. What Netflix thought they were getting royalty meets Hollywood glam ended up being a documentary full of complaints and a handful of underwhelming content that no one cared about. Netflix, once a trusted ally, has now quietly distanced themselves from the Sussexes. The deal, once touted as groundbreaking, has turned into a cautionary tale. Insiders say the executives are done, writing it off as an expensive mistake. They overpromised, underdelivered, and their content didn't pull in the numbers. The Sussexes are now known for their baggage, not their viewership. Even Netflix execs are reportedly wondering why they even bothered. One high-ranking figure allegedly told their team they bring baggage, not viewers. Meanwhile, the Sussex brand is collapsing from the inside out. Archewell, Meghan and Harry's charitable foundation, is bleeding staff. 11 key employees walked out in less than a year. That's not restructuring, that's implosion. The most shocking departure? James Holt, a loyal supporter who moved his life from the UK to help build the Sussex empire, gone. And inside sources say the internal environment is a mess: chaotic, disorganized, toxic. Former staffers claim there's a culture of fear, impossible demands, and shifting goals. Publicly, it's all about strategic pivoting. But privately, no one believes it. When your entire executive team jumps ship, it's not a strategy issue, it's a leadership crisis. And Meghan's leadership is now under serious fire. One former staffer reportedly described her as impossible to work for, demanding, dismissive, quick to take credit, but slow to take responsibility. The morale, it's at rock bottom. Archewell now runs on a skeleton crew, and some insiders wonder how much longer they can keep it afloat. Meanwhile, Montecito residents are watching the circus unfold with growing frustration. They paid for peace and quiet, not tabloid chaos. They didn't sign up for helicopters, drones, and sirens. The tension is palpable. They didn't want a front row seat to a soap opera. And now, they're fed up. Meghan has overstayed her welcome. But here's the real sting. Montecito's elite social circle, the rich, the connected, the quietly powerful, are done with Meghan. The woman who wanted to be accepted by them. She's now the person they avoid. The social rejection has real consequences. Because in Hollywood, relevance is currency, and without it, you're done. Back in the UK, the tabloids are having a field day. Every blunder in Montecito is front-page news. Every failed deal, every staff departure, every whisper of drama, it's all treated as a sweet, sweet vindication. And honestly, they're not wrong. The UK press predicted this mess from day one, and now they're watching it all unfold, just as they imagined. But while the media sits back and enjoys the show, Harry is reportedly spiraling. This is the man who left everything behind: his family, his country, his title, hoping for a better future built on Meghan's promises. But now, that future is crumbling. Sources close to Harry say he's quietly questioning the decisions that led him here. He's starting to regret the way they left, the people they alienated, the partners they burned. Public appearances haven't helped. Harry now looks tense, uncomfortable, like a man who's realized too late that he gambled everything and lost. As the pressure mounts, the financial strain is becoming undeniable. That Montecito mansion? It's estimated at $14 million. But running it costs several $1,000,000 a year, even without factoring in private jets. The Sussexes are still living lavishly, but the money to support their lifestyle is drying up fast. The Spotify deal? Gone. The Netflix deal? Ice cold. Partnerships that once came rolling in? They've dried up too. Insiders whisper about panic setting in behind closed doors. Meghan and Harry are desperately looking at options they once turned their noses up at. Projects they deemed beneath them just a short time ago are now on the table for reconsideration, and that's not all. The lifestyle they've built, the security, the staff, the luxury cars, the designer clothes require serious income to maintain. Without it, they're at risk of losing everything they've worked to project. When Spotify pulled the plug on them, one executive even called them grifters. That label? It's stuck. Other corporations are staying far away. No one wants to risk their reputation by partnering with the Sussexes. Meghan and Harry don't just bring headlines, they bring baggage. And no one wants to explain to shareholders why their brand new campaign turned into a public relations nightmare. Even their charitable ambitions are now under threat. Running a nonprofit requires more than just good intentions. It needs capital, and without it, Archewell's future looks more unstable with every passing day. Yet, despite all this, the Sussexes refuse to adapt. Instead of scaling back, downsizing, or pivoting quietly, they continue to project luxury and opulence. Private jets, couture shopping sprees, the whole illusion of a perfect life. Either they've got a secret stash of money no one knows about, or they're heading straight for the edge, full speed ahead. And this is where it gets even more intense. Meghan has reportedly been scoping out new locations, looking for an escape. But it's not just about Montecito anymore, it's about escaping the entire narrative. Texas, the south of France, parts of Canada, these are all on the list. Anywhere that offers a fresh start, but without the glaring spotlight of Hollywood. Yet, here's the catch: moving won't fix the core issue. It's not the location that's the problem, it's the reputation. Meghan knows that. She can change her scenery, but the story she's created will follow her. And even worse, insiders say that the relocation talks have triggered some serious tension at home. Harry? He's not convinced. This was supposed to be at the big move, the place to raise their kids. A new beginning. If they admit that Montecito has failed, it's a blow to the whole narrative. It's not just a real estate dilemma, it's an identity crisis. And the kids? They're a part of the problem. Not because of anything they've done, but because of the social circles they now have to navigate. Montecito's elite schools haven't exactly welcomed them with open arms. Other parents? Polite, but distant. Playdates are rare. Meghan has realized that no one wants their child mixed up in this PR storm. But here's the hardest pill for Meghan to swallow: she can't control the narrative anymore. The damage has been done. The fairy tale is over. Meghan has built an image of herself, and the cracks are becoming more and more visible. Meanwhile, whispers about their marriage are beginning to surface. Those whispers? They're about the tension. Insiders are talking about how their partnership is less unified than it once was. Decisions are no longer mutual, blame is being passed, not shared. Meghan still believes in the mission she created. But Harry? He's increasingly uncertain. He wanted peace, freedom, and a break from the spotlight. But what he got was more headlines, more scrutiny, and a gilded cage. The once solid duo is now showing signs of wear. Public appearances are more awkward. There's tension. Creative disagreements. When that starts to leak, it's bad for business. And in Hollywood, bad business is a kiss of death. No one wants to bet on instability. Agents aren't returning calls. Publicists are distancing themselves. The Sussexes' momentum has died. And when that happens in this town, it's over. No second act. The Sussexes are rapidly becoming radioactive unbankable, not because of scandal, but because of exhaustion. People are simply tired of the drama, the inconsistency, and the constant sense that something is about to implode. And in Hollywood, when you don't have a second act, you're done. The narrative they've built has burned through. They've played the victim card, hero card, and now it's just noise. Even their most loyal supporters are starting to fade. Social media, once full of their fans, is now filled with questions. People are pulling back, going silent, and questioning everything. When even your defenders grow exhausted, that's when you know you're out of runway. And the Sussexes, they're running out of time. So what's next for Meghan and Harry? It's clear, the pressure is only going to build. The cracks are widening and the clock is ticking. The public is waiting for the next twist in their story. And trust me, it's coming. What happens next will blow this wide open.